All right, I just had to make this video today because this dragon of resistance has been showing up for me really strong the last 2 or 3 days. That dragon is called lack of support. Oh, I have a lack of support, so I can't work on my business, or I can't go out there and do that thing that I'm scared to do, or I can't be that great person that I need to be. Lack of support, it's a dragon that is rooted in the feeling of inadequacy. And inadequacy is actually based on fear. And how we fill that void of inadequacy is usually we try to acquire more knowledge, or we try to acquire another coach or a guide or something outside of us. Ultimately, it's coming back to us wanting to acquire more knowledge. So there's nothing wrong with acquiring knowledge, but what happens is there's a shadow side of knowledge, and that is when you get addicted to acquiring knowledge and you get distracted and you can follow multiple rabbit holes in different directions and you feel like you're kind of doing a good thing when ultimately you're operating out of fear, out of inadequacy, and you are engaging with the dragon, which I call lack of support. I feel like I don't have support. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have this. I can't trust what my next inspired action is. So recognize that dragon when it shows up, when you're like looking outside of you and grasping for another guide or knowledge or something. Just know that you are operating in fear and that it's time to go into the void, and know that the void is a place that is warm and it's loving and it's really about trust. So this dragon of resistance reminds me of the Chinese I Ching, the one that is an archetype that represents the well. So when we feel like we have a lack of support, we're sitting in a void and we're looking down a deep well and we're wondering, oh my gosh, how deep is the well? Is it bottomless? It's just a black hole. I just don't know, and it's scary. What we need to do from that point is to go into the energy of trust. Trust that when I go into the fear and I lower my bucket down into the well, my talents, my abilities, and my connection to Source, God, is going to fill that bucket. And that when you pull the bucket up from the well, you pull up this beautiful light that is there and available for you. And every time you go into the well with your bucket, you're going to pull up light, because then you're operating in trust. So to me, again, when you feel like you have a lack of support, you're inadequate, it's ultimately that you're not trusting. You're not trusting the gifts and abilities and skills that you have, and you're not trusting God and divinity. You need to go directly into that fear and know that it's there to support you and to love you, and it's full of warmth and life and vitality. So it's also a call with the trust to move into the rhythm of life, because when you move into the rhythm of life, it'll reveal its own beauty and information, all in perfect timing. So if you do feel inspired to acquire knowledge, which I have done for years, if you listen to the subtleties of the truth in your heart, you're also going to feel inspired to go into the quiet, into the void, turn off your phone, turn off the videos, put all the words of the coaches and the gurus aside, and go into that well of trust and pull up all that beauty, that resourcefulness that's available to you. So watch out for the dragon of resistance. It's prevalent. It's everywhere. It's a huge part of the human condition. We're just not trusting ourselves. You have what it takes to do what you know you need to do. So trust that.